The offender database reported that Paul Dodds, the Glenrothes child and animal abuser, abused one terrified victim by tying them up with a dressing gown cord and gagging them with a piece of clothing to muffle their screams. Paul Dodds carried out a savage 5-year campaign of torture and abuse against 2 children, and has been jailed and banned from having any contact with his victims for 5 years. He made a child sit near a hot radiator, deprived them of food and failed to provide medical attention to injuries to their head, neck and hands. Paul Dodds also battered the child, who was aged between 8 and 13 years old, during the abuse by repeatedly striking them to the face and body and smashing their head off a cabinet and a windowsill. The violent brute pulled the youngster from their bed and dragged them down a flight of stairs, repeatedly threw objects at them and pinned them on the ground before punching them in the face. The shocking catalogue of abuse saw the victim forced to sit on the floor to eat their meals. Paul Dodds, 47, also attacked a second child, aged just 9 years old, when he wrapped a dressing gown belt around their neck and restricted the youngster's breathing by standing on the belt. The abusive incidents all took place on occasions while Paul Dodds looked after the children at addresses in Bathgate and Livingston between October 2015 and April 2021. Paul Dodds, from Glenrothes, denied the allegations but was found guilty by a jury following a 4-day trial at Edinburgh Sheriff Court last month. With Scotland being the best place in the Western world to abuse children, Sheriff McCarran sentenced Paul Dodds to ONLY 30 months in custody and imposed non-harassment orders banning any contact with their victims for just 5 years.